the first one is LLM or VLM as agent. So essentially here, what we have done is the RL agent no longer exists, and the VLM or LLM is acting as the actual RL agent. It has all this prior knowledge, and it's making low-level action choices based on the textual representation of state and reward that is fed into it. And there's two categories for this group, and it's parametric and non-parametric methods, and these primarily differ in how the LLM or VLM parameters are modified. So parametric methods, they specifically fine-tune the large language model or vision language model using experiences. These can be trajectories collected during the RL interaction process, or they can be previously collected trajectories or other methods. Parameter-efficient fine-tuning techniques are often used because fine-tuning the entire large language model and its many parameters is not computationally efficient. So they will often use techniques like LoRA, adapter weights, or prefix tuning. The other classification is non-parametric methods, and these do not modify the parameters of the large language model. The large language model, or VLM, is frozen, and additional information is added to the context of the prompt to help the LLM or VLM produce better output. In this case, the output is action. So it's helping the LLM to make better action choices. For an example, you could store state, action, reward, next state experiences into a database, and you can embed that. And then when the LLM or VLM experiences a particular state, it will embed that state and match it based on similarity to the experiences in the database. And it maybe will retrieve the top K experiences based on similarity and add those as context before selecting an action. What's the benefit? Why should we bother with having an LLM or VLM as an agent? We have RL agents, they work very well, but one of the limitations of them is that they often learn from scratch, and that takes many samples and often requires like a lot of hyperparameter tuning. Whereas VLMs and LLMs, they also were trained from scratch, but they exist to us in a readily accessible format. They're ready to use, and they're trained on a lot of data, internet scale data, and they're human aligned. Essentially, they can act like a human in the loop. Between the parametric methods and the non-parametric methods, the benefit of the non-parametric method, where you put everything into the context, is that you don't need to have access to the LLM parameters. A lot of these models are proprietary, like the O1 model, so you can't fine-tune them anyway. Whereas the parametric methods, you can use fine-tuning to improve task-specific performance. You will lose a little bit of the generalization of the large language model, but you will retain some of it.